At Green Bay City Hall around 6:51 Tuesday night, a man in a long, dark trench coat enters the building, quickly holding up two peace signs with his hands, acknowledging recording devices are in progress. He is wearing what appears to be a Halloween mask, a handmade peace sign around his neck, and makes his way to the second floor where the city council members are. That's also where former Green Bay City Council member Barbara Dorff is standing in the hallway.
At that point, it was like tunnel vision. I don't know where this person was that I was talking to. I don't know. I just was focused, and I felt something was wrong. This alerted me, red flags.
Dorff, an active shooter preparedness trainer, says her training kicked in. She approaches the man as he peers into the chambers and asks what he's doing there.
And he said, well, I'm here to find those city council people. And I said, why do you have a mask on? He said, well, because it's Halloween. I said, no, it's not Halloween.
Dorff gets the attention of Green Bay Police Chief Chris Davis. Video also shows Green Bay Metro Fire Chief and another detective in the hallway, too.
We had a short conversation and just kind of tried to share with this person, you can understand how that might freak people out a little bit, right? That you come in here in this outfit. And he said he was just there to watch the city council meeting.
He did look at me at one point when I told the chief again that I was concerned about the mask. He said, oh, I'm sorry you don't like my mask.
You can see the man does remove his mask, and there appears to be another mask underneath it.
It's a free country. People can do that, but also, we always do like to ask people just maybe take a minute to think about how some of your actions might be perceived in ways that you didn't intend, and you might make people nervous, even though that may not be your intention.
Right, because this person did nothing wrong.
Yeah, there's no crime.
The man eventually leaves on his own. Now, to be clear, the man did nothing wrong. There was no criminal activity, and it is a public meeting that is open to the public. The Green Bay police chief explains why he didn't consider legally patting the man down.
We can't just do that based on a hunch or because someone's acting strange. There has to be something that I can articulate that gives me a good reason to believe that they are actually armed and involved in criminal activity at that time, whatever that might be. And in this individual's case, I really didn't see anything that would get me to that place. Now, you're always prepared for what if someone is, becomes a threat suddenly, but in this case, we didn't get to that level of a lawful basis to pat him down.
Video does, however, capture police do a scan of the building. It does appear the person leaves the building around 6:55 p.m. We showed the video to District 4 Alderman Bill Galvin Thursday afternoon.
Now, looking at the video that we just showed you, does that raise your level of concern?
It does, only as much as how open City Hall is, and no one knows who he is, no one knows what he was really there for. But then once he was outside, we don't know if he's lying in wait out there to confront some council members. We don't know if he's in a car. We don't know what he's doing.
That concern crossed Dorff's mind when leaving the building Tuesday. Action 2 News looked at the outside of City Hall and saw there are cameras on the building. The Green Bay Police Department confirmed they are functional. But Dorff still plans to address council Thursday night, telling them what happened, the actions she took, and asking them to consider security upgrades.
And truly, I was scared. It's not that I wasn't scared. It was a scary moment. And I don't think courage is the absence of fear necessarily, because my heart was pounding.
The mayor's staff tells Action 2 News there is $150,000 in the mayor's proposed budget for security at City Hall. Galvin says there was a recent facilities threat assessment report this summer that details a long list of deficiencies.
But moving forward, as we're looking at this report that came out on the security for the City Hall, this is something that should certainly be brought up at a committee level, if not, and eventually to a council level, to see if we think there's any actions that should have been taken or could be taken for the future.
As a former officer, Galvin understands it's a balance. Protect the public, encourage public participation, and protect a person's rights.
It's a public building, but again, in the environment that we live in these days, we really, I think, struggle with how to maintain that balance between keeping people safe in a public building that needs to have access available to the community while allowing for that access.
So, in your opinion, the situation was handled properly?
It was absolutely handled properly. And the only way that it could have been handled better is if they had the technology in that building and outside of that building to ensure that that person left the area and left the building. And that's something that, again, I will testify at the budget meeting about getting.